I have to imagine, Mr. McCormick, you've done quite a few of these interviews already, so I appreciate you throwing in another one to the fire. I mean, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know how many times you can answer the same question about working with Emma Thompson. I mean, she's okay and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a complete joy, to obviously to work with someone like her who's incredibly gifted, but such a figure as well, and so deeply loved by a lot of people. It was a complete joy, but especially in this capacity, to be doing a film where it's just me and her is a great privilege. And yeah, she's amazing. But I one of my favorite things about Emma is that she's an incredible collaborator. So that kind of epic figure of her falls away quite quickly because she's so devoted to her work, and so it was really amazing to work with her in that way.
So when they pitch you this movie and they offer it to you and they give you the premise, at what point did you do a double take? Say what? Uh, I mean, is it before or after? Did you wait a minute? Because I have to imagine there was an initial shock when you read the premise.
Yeah, I deeply connected with Leo as a character, which kept all those concerns of the exposure, the responsibility of carrying the film alongside Emma at bay. But at the same time, of course, I felt daunted by my own level of responsibility within the film. Um, but yeah, I do remember I met Emma on the weekend to go for a walk, and we spoke about the script and the character, and I think that for us was an important day because we needed to feel very much safe with one another as people. And I do remember the following day she did text me saying that she would like me to play Leo. And that was a bit of a shocker. I remember texting her back just to make sure that she had saved my number, and in case she was texting someone else. I didn't want to celebrate too early.
What if I told you that, yes, while Emma is great in the film, but you probably have the most important part in this film because her character goes through a journey and can't go through that journey of self discovery without your gentle way because
Mm,
this isn't your typical, romantic, whatever you want to call it.
mm,
This
mm,
is about, body image. This is about discovering yourself at an age. And
mm.
you guys take away all the pretense and you kind of focus on that self discovery. And you play an important role in that. Now, was that hard to kind of wrap your head around? Did you have to kind of think about your approach? Because this is a different approach than most films when it comes to
Yeah.
this type of subject.
Well, I was really refreshed by the script. I felt like there wasn't a sense of romanticizing these people, their stories, and it made their journey with intimacy very real for me. And that was my main takeaway and my main access to playing Leo. Obviously, on top of that, I got to speak to some real sex workers. So, embodying the essence of who they are and what they offer in their service and their vocation was something that very much grounded me in a sense of truth, and again kept those kind of stereotypical ideas of what a male sex worker should look like, or what masculinity with regards to intimacy and sex should feel or look like. Um it, it, it became quite apparent to me that this was an internal journey that led to liberation through intimacy. So finding those that generosity and that sensitivity within him was crucial, I think.
Was it an organic moment in the course of the filming where your character goes from being less clinical and more open? Or was it a point in the script where you were like, okay, this is where the switch changes, so to speak, for
Mm.
Leo?
The switch in what sense do you mean?
In the sense that, like, there's a point in the film where mentally he kind of goes from being less clinical about the whole
Mm,
process of more
mm,
transactional to
mm.
more emotionally involved, I guess is the
Yes.
best way to put it.
Yeah.
Was that a deliberate choice on your part to have that at that particular moment, or was it just something that organically occurs?
I think it was a mix of both. You know, the script very much shows Leo as a character who does have boundaries and a way of working and a mask. And these are all things that we found that sex workers put in place to keep themselves safe and also create like a working environment that will benefit their clients. And so I think there is a natural progression as he gets to know Nancy more and more that he's really enamored by her and he really wants this release and this kind of liberation to happen for herself. So there is a sense where he begins to drop his guard down more and more as they spend more and more time together, which was exciting because it does then leave him open, vulnerable in a totally new way. And yeah, that was it mostly in the script.